I'm Caleb with Maine's Woodshop. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you've probably seen me use this wooden mallet on several projects. I made this mallet about a year ago. I didn't actually make the whole thing. My dad had a bucket laying around the shop that had a whole bunch of just hammer handles laying around. I took some maple and walnut scraps and made the head for this, but I filled it with sand, so I decided to make a new mallet. And this time I made everything from the handle to the head. Let's check it out. So there's all kinds of reasons you might want to make a wooden mallet for your shop. One of those reasons being is if you start out, you might find yourself using like a framing hammer for everything. That's okay, but after a while, a wooden mallet just makes things like tapping in dowels when you're using dowels for joinery or decorative pieces. It makes it so much easier. Along with gently tapping a chisel, you'll find that a wooden mallet is far superior for those kind of tasks. And when you make one yourself, you'll find yourself using it all the time. You'll find all kinds of uses for this wooden mallet. So I really encourage you to make one. So making a mallet head is really pretty easy. I got this piece of cherry that I'm going to use for the head of my mallet, and I need to find a clamp, a stop block. So I really just got to figure out what a good length for the mallet head. Oh, now that's a problem. So I can't really run this like this, and I can't really run it like that either because it's not necessarily safe. So I'll just cut off that extra length on the miter saw. So now I've got a scrap piece of maple that I've cut down to the same size as the cherry head, and I need some 2 blocks out of it, so I'm going to cut that out on the miter saw. And we have our 2 blocks. I'm just drilling a hole into each of these blocks, and I totally spaced. I forgot you're supposed to cut one side of these blocks at a slight angle, and that's so when you attach the handle you can put some wedges in there to hold it in place. And since I'd already cut them so small, I had to make my angle cut on the bandsaw, but no big deal. I'm getting ready to glue up my mallet head, and this is really one of the funnest parts. We'll just get glue on one side of your inside blocks here. For now, it'll get clamped. Don't worry. It'll get clamped. Okay, and those guys are laid in place. And now this is the fun part where you fill up these holes with something with weight. On my old one, I filled it with sand. I want something heavier, so I'm going to use BBs instead. Is the lid off? Child-proof lid. You're going in there, bruh. There's got to be a way to get this lid off. Okay, well, I'm just going to do this, and I'll catch up with you when it's full. Okay, well, it took a minute, but I got those filled up, and now I'm just gonna put glue. Some people I've seen, they'll glue this up first and let that dry and then put the other side on, but I'm super impatient, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to glue it all up in one go. You feel me, man? No woodworker wants to wait on glue to dry. You know, you always hear people say you can never have enough clamps. Well, all you need for this project is 3. While the head of the mallet is drying, we could turn our attention to the handle. And my handle's not going to be this long, but I'll worry about that later. What I need is, I need this to fit up through the bottom. So I draw these lines so I could take some material off on the sides. And then we'll cut some other cuts in there so we could worry about like a fucking... the wedges. I took a drill bit and just made some little holes there, and that's so when I make that cut, it'll go into those holes, and when you put the wedges in, the tenons won't snap off. Another fun thing you could do while the head is drying is you could start cutting your handle to shape. I'm going to cut most of it out on the bandsaw, then probably use like sanding and stuff to further shape it. With my blade set at a 45-degree angle, I'm going to chamfer all the edges of the mallet head. Attaching the mallet head is pretty straightforward. I'll take out my old mallet, and you just get glue all over your tenon. Squish some glue down here. I got some scrap ebony that was part of my salt shakers. That was the sides of the salt shakers. Well, I've just glued on some pieces of leather on the end to help cushion the blows. And I'll just put on a little wipe-on poly for a finish. Wish I had some Danish oil, but I just realized I was out, so. So here's my new mallet, all complete. I gotta admit, the BB's in there. It doesn't feel significantly heavier than this one. This mallet is done. I hope to see it get some good use, and I'm eager to see how it ages as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure and subscribe to this channel because I post new woodworking videos every Friday. You click the notification bell and you will not miss a video. Thank you very much. I will see you next Friday. My orders.